wanted to make a video just showing what my wife and I took with us on a Europe and DC trip for 2 weeks. We traveled with our 9-month-old baby, and we wanted to travel a little light, be a little mobile, and just take the bare necessities. So before we get into the details of what we actually brought, I wanted to at least talk about the kinds of bags we chose to use. So what we have here are these Osprey Farpoint 55 liters. The nice thing about these guys is that they have the straps can zip up and be contained. You can unzip them, revealing the straps. Then you would tuck in this portion like that, and you have the straps and this comfortable belt for support. And the nice thing about these Ospreys is that they also come with a day pack, and the day pack actually zips in to the front of the bag. I'll show you here with my other one. This is my wife's, this is mine. So you have this bag zips in. You pull it out, the straps tuck in, and then you can redo the front straps on the main part of the bag. So we brought these two bags with us. We carried a Lily baby, and then we also had this pocket stroller. This pocket stroller was great because it folded so tightly and could fit underneath the seats of the airplane. It is a GB Pocket stroller, P-O-C-K-I-T, and actually does really well. So that's an overview of what we brought. So now I'm going to go over what I brought in my bag. I wanted to keep my smaller bag a little lighter, just so that I was carrying a little bit more, a little bit less, in turn to hold our son and the Lily baby, or push him around and so forth. So there wasn't too much in my day bag, and this actually was reserved for things we want to bring on a day trip, because the other bag that we used served as the diaper bag. So this then just turned around and became, our other day bag if we want to bring our camera or some guidebooks and things that we want to just carry around during our day. But this is what we brought. So we kind of shared different things between the two bags. The nice thing about this bag is that it's got different compartments. You can carry, there's zipped compartments, carry what have you. I stuck my gloves in here, a couple of plastic bags. When it came to the contents of the bag, here you have a laundry bag, a little dry bag. It's great, we have one in the diaper bag, in case our son had blowouts or what have you. And then we were a big fan of these things called the packing cubes. You can get them from eBags or various other brands. I should mention that none of this is being, none of our videos are being sponsored by anybody. So we are just saying what we will. And this, we actually did a lot of hiking and used binoculars. So I packed binoculars in these guys, wrapped up in sweatpants. And then this packing cube carried the majority of my clothes. So I wore jeans and a sweatshirt. Then I had another sweatshirt, 5 pairs of underwear, 5 pairs of socks, some field pants, you know, for hiking or going outdoors. A few t-shirts and a couple of collar shirts. They all fit nicely into this packing cube. It does really well. And then you know, had these little pouches for various things. Here we had, you know, chargers and phone, and any little paper documents we needed just fit into one of these zip pouches. We also like to take a lot of pictures, so we had our camera. So we have our SLR camera with its case, and you know, extra battery and SD cards and what have you was in this little pouch. The nice thing of this was that this was our grocery bag if we want to go to a store or grab something. This actually folds out to become a little grocery bag. It's by some people call it Vita. So it just pulls out into a nice little grocery bag. Then this was just, you know, vitamins and airborne, you know, things to just make sure we're keeping healthy. We put it in a dry bag as well. We have a sunglass case, and then because we had our camera, we also had a couple lenses, so wrapped up in a scarf. I packed 2 different kinds of lenses in addition to the one that's attached to our camera. And then the last thing I packed, we actually didn't end up using, but we felt better having it around, was a crib. This is just a really compact crib. It's called a Peapod by Kidco, and it opens up pretty well. I can show it to you. So you just take the case out of the Peapod out of its case, you open it up, and it's just simply a pop-up crib. So it's got a little bit of a padding for him to sleep on, and there you go. So that is pretty much what I packed in my bag. We kind of switched off what would be packed in each bag, but that's again, the nice thing about this Farpoint is that it does contain a lot. It has the pouches, it has these compression straps, and a day bag that zips up to the front as well.
Hi, I'm gonna show you what I packed in my bag. So this is a slightly smaller version of the bag that my husband carried. I had the small backpack detached and full with the baby's diaper bag, but this was the larger bag. I had it packed pretty tight, but this is a sweater I actually picked up while we were in Europe, so that was just kind of in there loose. I had a small packing cube, real tiny one, that had first aid items for the 2 of us as well as the baby. So some important emergency things for the baby, like a nasal aspirator, thermometer, some baby medications and adult medications, tissue packets, nail clippers, things like that. We actually didn't use any emergency items except a little bit of ibuprofen, so we had it, but we didn't end up using it. Also, we packed all our guidebooks, and I had just a small purse. We packed our guidebooks to Spain, field guides for birds, a little field notebook. I kept it all in this little pouch that I was thinking I would take out on the trail with me, but it turns out because we were carrying the diaper bag and another little field sack, I didn't end up using this purse at all. So that's something I would have left home if I had been able to redo it. We ended up bringing a sheet for pack and place because all the places we stayed said they would have pack and plays. We brought that emergency crib just in case the pack and play cribs at the hotels were not up to par. And I brought this sheet thinking that our baby might appreciate having a sheet and it would clean up messes. However, in Europe, the standard pack and play crib size is different than the American one, so we never ended up using this either. This is just a loose footy pajama for my baby. I packed a universal scarf for the trip, a big pashmina, because I was thinking this would double for warmth. We took our trip in December, so it was quite cold. Doubled for warmth, and I thought it would also double as a nursing cover if needed. And this turned out to be really versatile and useful, so I didn't pack a separate special nursing cover. I just used this. My toiletries, my husband's toiletries, I kept them both in my bag just for simplicity during airport security. They were all in one place. And we also used packing cubes. So inside these packing cubes are just a couple of outfits for me. We did laundry at every place. We stayed at 3 different cities in Europe, and we did laundry either at the hotels or in the facility. And so I think had maybe 3 or 4 different outfits, and so that really helped make things not, we weren't carrying too much for ourselves. We had quite a few changes of clothes for our baby because we weren't sure how many he was going to go through in a single day. And it turns out I think we had 3 footy pajamas, 3 long sleeve onesies, and 1 short sleeve onesie and some pants, a couple sweaters. So I think our son had more clothes than I did on the trip, but that was important. We also packed a couple things for him just for comfort. A little sun hat. The sun was pretty intense where we were, and we needed that a couple times. Yeah, so all our clothes went in here. Another thing I packed that we packed money belts. We never actually ended up using them. Where we were, we felt pretty safe, and we actually had pockets that we kept our passport and money in that were close to our bodies, and we didn't feel like we needed these, so I would have left those home. I also packed baseball cap for out when we were hiking. Never ended up using this either because it was quite cold, so we ended up using our warm beanies. And then I also packed, this is useful for moms when traveling, a really compact small hand pump just for kind of emergency situations. And I was thinking maybe this was a waste to bring because the baby was with us the whole time, but in fact I used it once and it was really important. I'm glad I had it. So that's about it from my bag. Yeah, just this is another packing cube with some of my clothes and some of the baby's clothes mixed in. So those are the contents for some Christmas presents. So how's that?